Most of us know the line from the song, "Don't know much geology." That really applies to theology. Don't know much theology. To think theologically is a difficult exercise for some people. I'd like to help you think theologically about what it means to be human. My name is Rick Durst. I'm a professor of theology at Golden Gate Baptist Theological Seminary on the West Coast. And I want to use 5 questions to get you thinking theologically about what it means to be a human being. The first question is found in Genesis chapter 3. Adam and Eve have sinned and hidden themselves in the bushes, so to speak, and God comes after them and asks this first question: where are you? Human beings are made to be in relationship with God, living, vital fellowship with Him. And so God asks the question, where are you? And whenever we ask that question about ourselves, where am I in relationship to the Creator, we're thinking theologically. Now, the second question comes when they come out of the bushes and God says to Adam first, what did you do? It's a call to responsibility. To be human is to be responsible for what we did, not what someone else did. Of course, you remember Adam's response. He said, this is what Eve did. And so God asks Eve, what did you do? And she points at the snake. No one was willing to take responsibility for themselves. They all got involved in the blame game. To be human is to be a responsible self. Carl Menninger, in his book, Whatever Became of Sin, makes a profound assertion. He says that about 90% of all the people in mental health institutions, of course he's writing in 1973, could be healed and released if they could just be taught to be responsible for their actions. In other words, to give a positive response to God's question, what did you do? Now, the third question comes in Genesis chapter 4 when God says to Cain, after he's killed Abel, where is your brother? And of course, Cain's well-known response is, am I my brother's keeper? And the answer is, of course, yes, you are. That we are made to be in covenant relationship with one another, to look after each other, to be willing to draw a circle and draw people in, and to live in mature maintenance of relationships with one another, so that we can answer God faithfully whenever He asks us the question, where is your brother? The fourth question is, where are you going? It's the question God asks Hagar in Genesis chapter 16, when she has fled the dysfunctional relationship between Abraham and Sarah, taking little Ishmael with her, and she's without hope. And the question, where are you going, is a question of hope. We are made for hope. Without hope, we can't cope with life. And God intends us to live in hope. A hope in Him, a hope in redemption, a hope in the future. And so to be human is to have hope. Whenever we lack hope and live in hopelessness, our grasp on humanity just falls flat. Now, the final question isn't in the Old Testament, it's in the New Testament. It's when Jesus asks Peter, who do you say that I am? Now, that question is intriguing because your ability, my ability to answer it faithfully declares our worldview. Who do you say that I am? Of course, Peter responds, you're the Christ, the Son of the living God, and Jesus blesses him. Are you able to respond in that fashion? Thanks so much for listening to these 5 questions as you begin to think theologically about what it means to be human.